America's most precious capital is its children. So why doesn't merit evaluation and merit pay apply to teachers? And why aren't poorly performing teachers removed, in your opinion?
You know, it's a tough thing to understand why this goes on, because it defies all common sense.
But you've held all types of jobs. Everybody in the audience, most people in the audience have held all types of jobs. Merit evaluations is the way of life, whichever way you cut it. And especially in something so important, dealing with children, why is there so much resistance to merit evaluations?
Well, I can tell you from having run a school district for 3.5 years that much of the education community is allergic to the idea of accountability. People want to say, well, you can't hold us accountable for this because of this reason, because of that reason, because of the other reason. And I think it's extraordinarily problematic. So I don't know exactly why, but let me tell you how I think we've got to change this. I now live about half-time in California, which is one of the most difficult states to get anything done in terms of education reform. So there was an episode that happened in a public school in LA where they found this teacher who was basically a sexual predator. And they showed that he was sort of abusing the kids in his class. So the school district tried to fire him, and they couldn't because he had tenure. And it was just this absolute travesty. And the school district, I mean, the parents were up in arms. So a legislator from that area introduced a bill to the California legislature that would simply make it easier to fire sexual predators. Not ineffective teachers, just sexual predators. That's pretty low-hanging fruit. I mean, you would think that a bill like that could get passed. It didn't even make it out of the education committee. Didn't even make it out of committee and make it to a vote of the legislature. That is how powerful the status quo is in making sure that no laws get passed. And when you think about it, if you went out onto the street today and asked people what they thought about it, I guarantee you that virtually everybody would say, of course we should pass a law like that. But you know what? The people in that committee who voted no or what, nobody knew that. There was no public light really shown on that. And so those lawmakers are not going to be held accountable for those decisions that are to the detriment of children. The only way that this is going to change is if we as everyday citizens start to hold our elected officials accountable for the kinds of laws and policies that we put in place. And we send a message to them that if you're going to vote with adult interests instead of kid interests, then we are not going to vote for you next time around.